Today's session is MMPM 005 Block 2 Unit 6 Place Decisions. So today we are going to complete introduction, place of distribution, strategic decision in service distribution, channels of service distribution, design of service distribution system. So the moment we are going to talk regarding 4Ps of marketing, then product, price, place, promotion. So place is nothing but it's a distribution. So how service can be distributed. We have the knowledge regarding how the product distributed. So today we are going to discuss that how service distributed, how the client and service provider both can able to share their informations and services. Both the things can be possible, and it is mostly two-way things are happening. So distribution decisions in service industries are taken related to the location, delivery, and coverage. So which location the service is going to be provided by the service provider and the client. Then what will be the delivery systems, what way they are going to deliver. But is it is a man operated manual you are going to do, or it is a technical based, that is. Coverages means how many places you are going to give this particular kind of services. Limited number of places means customer has to come to that particular place to get the service. Otherwise, if more number of service points are there, then definitely people are going to get. Like we can talk regarding if a government hospital having PSC is there, so many locations in the village area you will find the medical facilities taken by the patients. That is possible through this, the supply of information, services, everything. The service characteristics have the direct impact on distribution decisions. So here, what kind of service? When the service technicality is more complex, then the distribution will be limited. But when the service is quite easy and any place or locations can be possible, so that particular places the distribution is easy, more number of distribution channels will be possible. The primary goal of service distribution is to make services easily and conveniently available to the consumers. The more important thing is that some of the services like I can talk like that, the pressure check of your vehicles like that. So that must be present everywhere nearby. It's not possible that if somebody has to travel 30 to 40 kilometers for the pressure check or mechanic services like that. So for that reason, that must be convenient to the customers. This is more important. And it must be also easily can be understand what to do, and delivery must be easy, the communications must be easy like that. So distribution service characteristics such as intangibility, what we have discussed earlier, inseparability, variability, perishability, as well as the levels of the service product. So these are the characteristics of the services what we have discussed earlier. And the levels of service products that we discussed regarding that one, that the product levels are there, core level, then augmented level, then potential level like that. Also services also we are going to find basic services going to be offered at the initial stage, and later on we are going to find what we called it as a core services. And after core services, then you are going to find that the augmented services, you are discriminating one services to another services, although both the services are same because of the kind of their handling. Let us say I am going to talk regarding your eye testing in mechanical way and eye testing in a computerized way, or eye testing in the manual way. There will be a difference. You are going to find that manual way is mostly the customer and both the service provider, that is doctor, is related to that one. But whenever it is a computerized, computer itself is taking decisions that what is the power of the eyes of yours, like that. So Wills and Lovelock in 2022 have suggested three models of service distribution. So first model is your customer visit the service sites. Service providers go to their customers and service transactions are conducted remotely. Like customer visit the service site is like if it is a medical services, if it is a bank services, so customer has to go to that particular bank branches of that particular banks, or for the hospitals or to the hotels to get these particular services. That is visit the service site. Second is that service providers go to their customers. So service provider from one point to another point, he has to go to give the services. Like the majority of the company, their service engineers are going to the customer's point and are giving the services. Like if it is a AC service, if it is a electric service, if it is a water service, all these cases they are going to give, because customers that particular product or services they cannot take it to the company's point. So that's why that has coming in the customer's point, the service. Third one is service transactions are conducted remotely. So camps can be done by the several companies. They will conduct certain camps, like sometimes the government organizations are giving the training to the farmers. They are going to the training to the school levels, that is that school level teachers going to that particular place, remote area places, and training them to how to do that one, and train how to educate the students. Or sometimes also you'll find the medical systems also, the camps are conducted for the eye testing, camps are conducted for any specific diseases, camps are also conducted for the vaccinations being given, like that. So these are the different kind of service transactions takes place in the remote area, where these kind of services mostly not available in the market. Modes of service distribution. So customers visit the service site. See here what we have discussed earlier. So customers must visit the service outlet to avail the service. What I discussed already, that hospital, universities, and theaters cases, and health clubs, like that. If you are going to the gym, the point, so then you can get the services like that. Second is the we discussed service providers go to their customers. So service provider visit customers location for that is painting, postal service. That is means postal service means that to deliver the letters, courier services of deliver the letters and deliver the parcels, like that. Even if also you'll find in the case of your Amazon and Flipkart, they are delivering the product in the customer's point. Security services also they are going to the customer's point and do that one. Tree pruning, tree cutting means you are going for hedge, or you are going for the tree cutting for electricity, so that electricity flow will not be affected. Office in home catering, that people are nowadays, a lot of caterers are there in the market that you are coming to your home and giving the services for your birthday celebrations, marriage celebrations, all kind of things. Service transactions are conducted remotely. So here I discussed regarding that how the personnel will go to the village area and to give the same kind of thing. So personal contact has set face, so face to face encounters with the customers. So directly you go there, interact. Majority cases you will find that the insurance providers they are going to that particular locations and the places, interacting with the customers doing that one. The internet, online technology, advancements in information communication technology, and web and app development all help to facilitate this its approach to service transactions. So online technologies are there, how to interact directly. We can through the online teaching methods during the COVID-19 situations. Majority of the schools, colleges have started their online programs to give the educations to the students through the cell phones. Then online ticketing, if you are going to conduct hotels, cab booking, nowadays everywhere is it available in your cell phone. If it is Android versions or Windows versions, that you can book your ticket for hotels, then cab bookings, all these things. Information based core services as well as many supplementary services. Like order taking, billing, payments, like these services, electricity billings, is it coming? Water billing, is it coming? Internet billings are coming, Wi-Fi billings are coming. So all these things can be taken place by going to the remote area and taking back the instrument by which they can able to give the bill to that particular customer. Strategic distribution in service distribution, and here how strategic decisions being taken in the service distribution. The most important decisions elements in the distribution strategy is related to issue of location and services. This is the most vital part in services because it is not possible that you can transfer the service to any particular point, and it is not also inventory. It means you cannot store it. So that's why it's a great challenge for to how to distribute all the services because everywhere the service requirement is there, but it's not possible or feasible that all the service organizations can able to provide these particular services to the customers. So, like inseparability characteristic, doctors, teachers, the classes being taken, doctors is going to give the services to the patients, then consultants are giving services to the people like training, performance development, like soft skill development, like that. And the mechanics also without the vehicles cannot give the services to that kind of things. The other characteristics of services which affects the distribution strategy is the fixed location of services. So I discussed that one that if the location is fixed like hospitals, restaurants, universities, we will find that fixed restaurant, flight also you can talk regarding, train also you will find. This is the fixed services. People has to go there to get back this particular kind of service. If it is a movie hall also, then you have to go there to get back the services there. Strategic decisions in service distribution, the location of the service to the customers. So sometimes inconvenient location lead to purchase being postponed. So this is very often happening also. Some of the people are not purchasing a particular gadget or a particular vehicle if they do not have the service center in their locality. Like if you are very much interested to purchase a bike or purchase a car or you want to purchase a laptop, if in your city the service center is not available, people may not purchase or they may postpone also. So this being taken over by the competitors, that is they are going to do. So like we can talk regarding also telecom services also, online cases, no problem that if it is a landline cases you are going to find, or it is a Wi-Fi system cases you will find. So nowadays the fiber, Geo Fiber and other people, that is a location based, they have faced the problem because all the locations they cannot able to capture. So both Airtel and these people. So where they can able to capture there, they can able to give the Wi-Fi services. Rest places they cannot give. The service technology based or the people based. So the service is what? That it is a technology based or the people based. Based on that one, you are going to do. So if it is a technology based services like ATM counters, you can get back your services. Then weight measurement machines are there, you can get through the internet you can do. But if it is a people based, then if I'm going to talk regarding parlors, if you are booking a ticket, if you are getting the service from a doctor, so it is a people based. So if the persons are not available, you may not get the service. And it also the standardization of services is not possible because here person to person the kind of services differs. The possibilities of shifting the equipment and people to another location without any loss quality. So this is a challenge that both equipment and people you have to shift from one place to another place. to get this particular kind of services to the customer or give the services to the customer. Strategic decisions in service distribution. So importance of complementary services to the location. So what else services you can give along with that particular services. Possibilities increase clientele by locating services where complementary. Garages and mechanic shops located near to the petrol pumps. So day by day the petrol pump concept being changed. Earlier only the petrol pumps are there. Nowadays this became a mandatory that any petrol pump near the national highway is available. You must have the toilet for both the genders, male and female. Then you must have the water facilities for the people too, that is drinking water facilities for the people. So these are the few conditions are there. Besides that also nowadays they have started with the air system also. You can fill your air or nitrogen to your wheels, then fill petrol and diesel, then very nice aroma music, then plantation will be there. You can stand there, and beside that also you'll find small hotels are available too, or in and out stall kind of things will be available where you can get the your liking products, or that can be also some kind of snacks and other things are available for the light foods or like that. The second decision variable in the distribution strategy is whether to sell directly to the customers or through intermediaries. So here you want to sell directly. If you do not want to compromise you through services, then you may not go by the intermediaries, or your service is limited to the customer, so you can go by this one. But if the services are targeted to the mass marketing, majority of the customers are trying to get these services, so distribution channel is essential. So that particular cases you might be opening your franchisee. So several organizations they have opened their franchisees by giving the training to those people, and these people can give also equivalent kind of services what provided in the companies. The third decisions variable in the distribution strategy is how to provide the service to the maximum number of customers in the most cost effective manner. So here two things are coming. Your quality must not be deteriorated. Second is that it must be a cost effective to the customer. That doesn't mean that if you are giving the services in the remote area, the cost will be high to the customer. So it will be not be accepted. So that's why even if also you are providing the services in the remote area, your price must not be too high. So your price must be affordable by the remote area people. Like digital technology, online retailing, e-commerce, rental or leasing, franchising, all kind of services can be available. So which way it is better to get the service, the customer can take the decision, and where is the cheapest services they will get also, that they can take the decisions. Now distribution strategies, we have three kind of distribution strategies. It is depending on also how many customers are purchasing. When the number of customers are less, then you will go for the exclusive distributions. When the number of customers is little bit more than this one, then you are going for the selective distribution. But majority or mass marketing, majority of the customers are interested for the services, then you have to go for the extensive services or extensive distribution. Let us go through it individually one by one to understand it fully. Extensive distribution, it makes services available to as many as people possible. That means maximum people you want to give the services, and utilizing your distribution channel as the larger. So here what he told, that is the mobile banking. So once upon a time the big bazaar concept started. Now Reliance purchased that one, is the smart bazaar. But Reliance Fresh has something new concept of services providing to this kind of products to the people. Like that is a convenience store concept they have introduced to go to massive requirement of the products or FMCG products. This Reliance Retail can able to provide all these kind of things, which was not possible earlier. People are depending on mostly unorganized retail outlets, that is the kirana shops and other things, to purchase the product. And banks also, they have opened too many rural branches also to interact with the customers, too many ATM counters, then transaction through the internet. So much other facilities being given so that the distribution become intensive. Besides that also some of the card transactions is not possible. They are going through that particular process by UPI methods you can also pay this kind of amount. And nowadays also internet facilities, how also you can able to transfer your phone That Airtel started with the phone transfers. Then also you are going to find the payback or pay later kind of concept started by the Flipkart and Amazon. Both they have started with that concept. Exclusive distribution. So exclusive distribution cases, what is it going to happen? That you are only offering the few services and that is exclusively available in the few retail outlets. So specifically designed for a specific customer group. It's not for the mass people. Everybody is not interested to go for that one. So it's specific designed for the specific. Like I can talk regarding few hotels you have opened like KFC and you have gone for the McDonald's, or if you have gone for the Pizza Hut or Domino's Pizza. So you have the limited retail outlet. Why? That majority of the customers are not purchasing this one. Evening also, if they are purchasing very rarely. So that's why you require only few stalls. It should be available. Like more number of cafe coffee days can be possible. More number of Pizza Huts can be possible. But for the McDonald's and KFC, only 1-2 stalls in a particular city is enough for the customers to purchase this one. So following an exclusive distribution strategy, highly specialized and non-substitutable services are provided. So here you will not find that substitute will be there. So that is a non-substitutable services provided, and you are going to get this particular services with a brand name that is very nicely you are going to follow and doing that. So specialized coaching services, professional education, administrative services cases, mostly this kind of things are happening. You are getting the exclusiveness in that, and there is a no compromise in the quality of the services. Selective distribution. So we can talk only more than that is extensive problem solving and less than exclusive. That is in between that one. So and many services are selectively distributed through the franchising modes of the establishment of multi-site operations. So only selective retail outlets your product or services might be available, not to the all the service outlets, because the requirements is also not so high with comparison to extensive problems or extensive area or extensive distribution. So for that limited, so you are going for the selective distribution. So channels of service distribution. So service distribution can be possible direct sales or sales via intermediary. So two methods. Either the company himself is going to think that we have enough number of salespeople, those who are going to give the direct services to the customer. Second option is that you just put some of the people in the market, those who are the distributor or maybe the agents or maybe the provider, service provider like your franchisee. These people can give the services for your point of view. So they must have trained and they have the knowledge regarding the products and everything. So they are not directly coming under the companies. So they are intermediaries. They are getting the commission for that the services what they are going to provide. On behalf of the companies they are providing, because company service centers are not available nearby that one. And direct sales cases, company itself is going to put some of the salespeople in the different locations to give the services for their product. Now direct sales have specific marketing advantages as they help in maintaining better control over how the services is provided. So direct sales cases, you have the more control because your people are interacting, so company can directly access the people, what are the problems and drawbacks in the market. That can be known very fast because the employees are directly reporting to the company. But in the case of the distribution or intermediaries, that will come through your salespeople, and again the distribution channel may inform, may not inform. It depends on if it is affecting to them, then he will inform this. If it is not affecting to them, they may or may not inform to the company. So that became a problem for the companies, that any points problems are there, and feedback might be very bad from the customer side, and if that is not communicated by the distribution channel to the companies, then salespeople, then it will be a problem. So that's why direct sale has the direct interactions with the customer, so immediate feedbacks company can get, and they can be able to make the strategies as for the problems they are facing in the customer's point. There are obvious problems also in the direct sales, like problems of expanding the business and coping with high workloads where the services of a particular individual may be demand or direct sell means. So business expansion is difficult. That means if you are a small organizations or you reach a complex organizations, that particular cases, the expansion of business is difficult and workload is more. So coping with that workload for the service particular individual may be demanded direct sales. So demand is much more is there and initially product customer limited knowledge. So here the direct sales is more important. They have to direct interact with the customers. Otherwise there will be any sorts of problem will exist. So what will happen that in near future maybe there is a chance that you may lose your market. Direct sales through electronic channels. Day by day, the companies have the direct interaction with the companies, customers. How are they going to do? They have their own website designed. So you can order the product directly from there. You can put also the feedback of the product. You can send also the product, damaged product or not performing well. So any kind of message also they have the customer points where you can mail it, the problems, or you can SMS it, or you can chat it, or you can directly converse through the call. You can attend the calls through by which you can send the information regarding the quality of product or services what you are getting. So now a lot of companies they are trying to provide through the television, cell phones, also e-commerce. They're trying to do that. These services is available and online platform also they are going to give. And electronic channels are also that you are going to get the services. Any entertaining channels you are going to see, video games you want to play. So all these things can be possible. Customers with internet access can contact a service provider by visiting their websites to go to the different video websites of the companies. Then you can interact. You can know about the product. You can know about the services, you can utilize the services, you can give the feedback instantly there, you can know about the service conditions. So services directly distributed to customers via electronic channels including education, entertainment, information, banking. So these are the few things. Very often we have seen that day by day the SAP course and other courses are there, internet courses are there, online FDB programs are there. So all these things being conducted online. So customers can also register or people can able to register themselves and get back the certificates. And companies are also educating through that one. So entertainment channels are also there. Those who are informing to the people. And banking services, very often you can open that so many apps are there, bank apps are there, directly no need to go to the banks. You can transact your accounts, you can withdraw nowadays also. ATM counters, you can go there to collect the money only, not essential that to put your card, because by sending the instructions through your app, you can get back your amount of money. You can withdraw from the bank ATMs, so that is also possible. Now, direct sales through electronic channel. So the typical benefits the companies see in the electronic distribution of services is consistent delivery for the standardized services. So when you are getting from the electronic channels, so this is a consistent delivery. Constantly you are going to find the service is more standardized. But when you are going to find that is through the manual or through the human being, so it may not be standardized. That will differ from person to person. But when it is coming through this one, this is mostly standardized. Let us say you want to get a license key for your software, so that is no problem. The key you are going to put and you get it. So this is no difference you are going to find. Both the cases the service is standardized are there. Low cost through the internet as the channel members are not there, so directly you are getting through the internet, all these kind of things. So that's why the charges also less. The distribution related charges will be not there. So it's a minimum cost. Customer convenience, 24/7 services available and prompt delivery. You are going to find that how quickly they can able to deliver this one. So like you know it very well that the pizza services is saying that if we are unable to provide in half an hour, then we are going to give free to you this particular product. So that is the kind of things. Like the delivery systems already started by the Flipkart that before the delivery dates they are delivering this particular kind of product. That is the kind. Then wide distribution. So coverage is to most of the areas you want to enter and penetrate. Your product or services must be available in everywhere. Customer choice and ability to customize. So day by day now this is happening that whatever the choice, your fittings, your dresses, and everything, that choice also you can give and you can get. You want to see the different kind of vehicles colors with the different colors, that also you can put and change the color, you can get back this one. Next is the customer choice ability to customize. So nowadays product customization is must. It is possible that what kind of services you require. Like I can say also the same, uh, that is warranty periods. You can claim for 2 years, you can claim for 3 years, you can claim for, depending on what the amount you are paying, you will get insurance. You can get through that one internet, want to do for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, like that. Quick customer feedback, yes, as it is through that one. Every services once completed, you might have seen that the customer feedback form is coming. Like if you are going to do the data sky for charging or changing anything, immediately after the services, this thing will come that give the feedback. Or any customer complaints are making in the Flipkart and Amazon, everywhere they are going to make. So after the discussions will be over, immediately you will find that the customer feedback regarding that kind of services they are giving. So instant feedback. Now franchising. So franchising is what that a person who to whom we called it as a franchisee, who is getting the permission from the franchisor, and this is a terms and conditions being discussed and signed, like memorandum of understanding, that what kind of service provided by the franchisee and what kind of support given by the franchisor. So all these things being discussed, and after that the agreement paper being signed, and as per the instructions, the franchisee is going to do the work and to give the services to the customers. And what is the lump sum amount he is going to get it from the market? There is a percentage they have to pay to the company. So this is the kind of conditions through the franchising. So these are the characteristics of the franchises. Number one, ownership by one person of a name, an idea, or secret process or specialist piece of equipment. Like you want to say, like some of the cases which is happening also, you are giving educations, means you are affiliated to this course, so you cannot offer other courses. As the students are available with you, you may offer another courses. Without affiliation, it is not possible. So you must have the affiliations. So for that reason, so per course, per person, how many persons, you are getting all kind of permissions from the company to operate this kind of services, and that is also licensed one. The grant of license by the person to another permitting the exploitation of such name, idea, process. So it's not possible that the franchisee is instead of informing the boss of that particular company, or you can say the franchisor of that particular company, if they will start exploiting this one by increasing the number of people, what the commitment they have made, or made it beyond the commitment they are going to do, the number of people they are going to take, or new services they are going to give, which is not also by value addition course you are going to give also, that is not permissible. So as for the permissible things, you can able to do that one, not beyond that one. The inclusion in license agreement of the regulations related to the operations of the business. So here, what the license agreement you got, as per the license agreement, you are going to do that one. You cannot open something else which is not being sanctioned with the licensor. That is the service provider, or you can say the franchisor. Payment by the licensee of a royalty or some other consideration for the rights that are obtained. So when somebody has got the license, he became the licensee, or we can talk them as franchisee. That franchisee has to give the royalty every time to the companies, the company who has provided the franchisee for that company, or training you are going to give, or some kind of services you are trying to give. So that for that particular services and this thing, whatever the amount collected from the customers, there is a percentage of amount as a royalty they have to give it to the franchisor. So who is controlling or who is designed this particular kind of services. Now advantages of franchising. There are usually training materials already developed for both franchisees and their workers. So we know it very well that when one institute is started or a training institute started, they have written entire thing that what is the course program, how many days it will run, and what kind of works they want to give it to those people, like that. Everything being written, and that is also uh, maintained between both the party, that is franchisor and franchisee. Expansion through franchising can proceed quickly. So franchising cases, once you will find the success will be there. So what this is going to happen, more number of franchisee can be opened up because the franchise, that is a lot of demand of that kind of franchisee. So you will find the number of franchisee will go increasing. The franchisor need apply only minimal controls. So franchisor is always going to spread, but they do not have the control over how many franchises are going to open. So there are might be, depending on the demand, lot many people will come also to give this kind of services. So if they are interested to give, so they will apply to the franchisors to do something. So franchisors, what they are trying to do, so up to a certain extent, they have the also liberty that they may put some other people as a franchisee. But after certain days, if the crowd will be more and some kind of chaos being started with the market, so franchisor also cannot do any kind of things like that, and he has to only control these particular factors, that what is the things they want to do. A franchisor's overhead is lower because the franchisee does higher collections, local promotion. So franchisors is only taking very less amount of commission, maybe 10 to 20%. So rest of the amount is available with the franchisee. So franchisee is selling the product or services and also enjoying the collections what he is going to get, because 80 to 90% of the collections are being enjoyed by the franchisee. There are economies of scale to advertise and promotion. So here, when you are going to give the advertising and promotion, so you might be going to achieve the economies of scale. Like if you are an advertising agency, so for the companies you are going to do the advertisement, so there is a cost you have to pay. The company has the cost to pay that one, and the advertiser what he is going to do, he is going to take that amount. So after, when the economies of scale will be achieved through the advertisement, so there is a chance that the commissions you are going to get. The franchisee is responsible for most of the cost control. So when you are controlling the cost, so franchisee is responsible for that one, because more number of franchisees, if this is being opened, then the franchisee is going to lose the market. So he will never try to allow the franchisors to give more number of people as a franchise. There is often less risk attached to finalize expansion than with the creation of new service ventures. The less risk attached to the franchise expansion. So when you are expanding, your cost of operational cost, or you can say also operational cost, is not so changing, it's too much changing when your expansion is there, because similar kind of people will give the services. Let us say 50 students you are going to give the training, and now you are exceeded to 60 students. So the same number of faculty members, same number of trainers you got. So your cost has not increased, but at the same time your revenue has increased, because the number of people who came to hear that, they enjoyed this particular. Now, advantages of franchising: franchisees usually have a better record for the staying viable businesses. So when you are going to get the return from the market, so that particular time onwards, you are constantly going to get a better service. That's a record, and once this has happened, so it will be a continuous process. Local operators are committed because they have their own capital at risk. So local operators, they have their own stall, all the cost borne by those people. So after that, whatever the return is coming, that is being distributed among the advertisement and other kind of costs associated with promoting the product or services. The service tax Service standards and service delivery system are usually well defined and structured. So here, what you want to do, then what is the standard you are going to maintain, and what is the service delivery system, what is the methods you are going to use. So all these things must be structured, defined is a structured one you are going to follow. And thus they work well. So they are working very well, and they have been prototyped, and many of the potential problems with the operations have already been initiated and ironed. Now, quasi-retailing. What is a quasi-retailing? That quasi-retail outlets sell services rather than goods. Hairdressers, travel agents, car hire agencies, restaurants, amusement, arcades, employment exchanges, hotels, and driving schools. So these are the quasi retail outlets where you are going to get mostly these are in the form of purely the services. Quasi retailing that can push up your properties value. So when you will become more expertise, the price of the services will go up. Also, they may create and dead frontages which discourage window shopping, and some service outlets may be closed on the peak hour. So, like you know it very well that the bank services operations are closed or 10 to 5 operations. They are intentionally trying to make so that the demand will be more. If you are unnecessarily opening your services for 2 more times, so customers will be happy to get this particular kind of services. But at the same time, it must be in a specific time duration so that they will get the advantage. Arguments for quasi-retailing are that many complements other retail businesses. Service outlets can have imaginative window display to encourage window shopping. So, imaginative things you are going to do. So, quasi-retailing cases, and on the basis of that, you are going to get the more number of services. Suggestions for the quasi retail services. Firstly, they should encourage customers to travel longer distances. The retail radius of the outlet might otherwise remain small. So, customers' usual tendency to move around only the products he has the knowledge or only the products he requires. The product what he doesn't require may not go. So that's why what is happening in retailing. So most of the customers are wandering in a few circles or with a limited space they want to move up. But other products as he or she doesn't require, so that's why they are not going. But the few customers they are going, although they are not purchasing, they are going there and studying that what kind of differences we are going to find. So the golden arc of McDonald's can be seen from a distance and can help the people to identify it. The second suggestion is to locate service outlets near complementary facilities. Second suggestion is the locate services outlets near complementary facilities like multiple theater complexes and entertainment centers. So multi-complexes you are going to find multiple kind of services you are going to get, and theater complexes also entertainment you are going to get. Suggestions for quasi-retail services. The third suggestion which can be considered is to centralize service production facilities for decentralized customer. So you may give the service from a particular point, but there must be lot of spaces available for the customer. Multiple clients you can do like that, like your photography processing, you have to do faster. So it should not be only one place to the process, that it will take more time. Pathological labs, too many pathological labs must be there to test, otherwise it will take more time to give the result of that one. The fourth suggestion is to reduce the range of services offered at the individual service outlets to match the market requirements. So this is reducing the range of service offer. So you are not increasing the services. If you are increasing the service offers, then what will happen? The number of clients will be more, and you cannot accommodate all those kind of services with a limited time period. So that's why you have to think that what kind of service offer you are going to give, and that is for a certain duration. And if it is the number of customers are more, you have to stop it. You have to arrange some other ways by which you can able to do that particular things very well. Now, sales via intermediaries. So, to the extent middlemen exist in the service channels, they are typically sales agents and brokers. So, nowadays, if you are going to talk regarding investment cases, if it is a mutual fund, SIP investments cases, so mostly we require sales agents. But broker cases, when you are going for the either online or you want to go for the trading of your stocks, all those cases you require the brokers, and brokers are going to take the brokerage charges. And if it is online you are going to do, so automatically the brokerage charges will be deducted from there. Service channel tend to be direct, so more is the direct channels you are going to give, then better is the services and the qualitative services you can able to provide to the customer. Place decisions are therefore all extra corporate entities between producer and prospective users that is utilized to make the service available or convenient. So your locations, which locations you want to give, how many locations you are going to give the services like that. If you are going to say like how many branches of your institutes are there, how many branches of training institutes are there, how many branches of hotels are there. So these take the decisions regarding that what is the number of customers or clients are going to get the benefits from there. So more is the distribution channels and more number of places you can avail this kind of services. So majority of the customers can get that one. So that will become a convenient for the customer also. More number of hotels if you are going to do through the umbrella branding under a single brand. So you are going for the too many companies are operating on that. So you will get the advantage out of that. Distribution channel for a service organizer is therefore is a sequence of firms. So here you cannot say all the firms must be identical. Like you can say that the services provided in the company that must be equivalent to the services you are going to provide in the retail channels. We have seen that one also in case of vehicle. The mechanics are providing the services. So service provided with the exclusive showrooms you are going to find, or the company's cases, both the cases, the things are same. There is no difference you are going to find. Now, key issues involving intermediaries. What are the problems? Mostly through the intermediaries, these people are going to face the problem. That is by the distributing the services. Conflict over objectives and performance. So very often there is a unclear informations via the distribution channel from the company. That is number one. Number two, as per the commitment what they have made with the distribution channel, if the services are not coming under that, so then there is a objective specific that we are not going to do. We are not supposed to do that one which is not coming under our agreement. So more number of services or extra services, something you are going to put, so charges will be more. So this kind of conflicts mostly arising in that. Conflict over costs and rewards. So that is also equally important, that when they are handling the quantity of products or the amount of products or the weight of the products, so all these things can be calculated, and rewards edge for the cost of the product, the rewards are different, or demand of the product or services. More demanded services, lesser commissions, you are going to get a lesser reward. Less reward, less requirement of the services, then you will find more rewards. Control of service quality. So service quality, you can able to know that there will not be any deterioration in the service quality when they are providing to the clients. Otherwise, customer will feel that I am not getting that standard of services what I got it from directly company rather than from the distribution channel. So distribution channel has to maintain such standard by providing frequently their employees to the training, just like in mechanic services. Empowerment versus control. So you want to empowering the intermediaries, not only to say everything the company related or company is going to follow, rather than you try to give the services through your distribution channel, or send your people to the distribution channel for to look after what are the kind of problem is it arising. Channel ambiguity. So there must not be any kind of ambiguity between the channels, that what one channel is going to do. That means what the distributor is going to do, what the dealer is going to do, what the retailer is going to do. Everything must be plain and paper, must be mentioned properly, or that is also written as per the requirements or as per the demand of the customer. Now, channel configuration of the services. Here you will find the product or creator of services, that is through the agent and broker. So one way you can go through that agent and broker. Second is the agent and broker selling and buying. Two both parties are there. Like if you want to send any particular product from one location to another location, you may find the agents of that country and agents of your country. Two kind of things are there. And services cases also you will find the purchase brokers will be there, then the selling brokers are there. So both the brokers, if you are going to find, then you have to pay that amount of money agent people. The seller sent somebody to sell a particular product or services, and again the customer taken by some of the people from the market. So they are also equally. So both the cases, both the people are liable to get the commissions for that one. So that is agent and brokers from the selling side, agent and brokers from the buying side. And if that is a third party, if you are going to get, or the negotiation party between two party, that is customer and the service provider, then agent and broker, both the party, they have to discuss and finalize the agreement, services and the price, and agents are going to take the commission out of that one. Channel configuration of services. So agents, an agent is an independent intermediaries who may act in the name of a principal, and his contract with defined these provisions and the territorial rights. So agents are mostly LIC agents, you will find. So they are getting a certificate for that one and doing that one. But broker cases, they are going to take the charges for each transactions. They are going to get the charges, and agents are also for the services. So once the services is going on, then you are not going to. But broker cases, both the seller and buyer. So how many times you are selling or you are buying, both the cases you are brokerages charges you are going to give. A broker may have continuing relationship for his clients under a contract period. Relationship he can maintain with the client, so that how many times he's going to purchase or how many times he's going to sell, he has to give a least brokerage charges or less brokerage charges, like that, or assisting in this particular process, or educating, like SIP cases, to inform or to educate to the customer or the investors regarding where to invest, what quantity, what kind of shares you should invest. So all these things coming to the picture. Firstly, brokers and agents help in reducing the selling and distribution cost. So by doing itself, the company has to pay a lot of amount of money if they are doing these activities through their own employees. So if they are doing, they will get the salary, and the salary is quite high, and that amount if the companies are going to provide to, by not selecting the brokers and agents, then it's a huge cost for the companies. In order to reduce this particular cost, what they are going to do, they will put broker and agent, and that is a transaction based, means how many transactions they will do, as per the transaction they will charge the brokerage charges or the agent charges. Secondly, such intermediaries possess special skill, expertise, and also the knowledge of the local market. So when we are going to talk regarding brokers and agents, they have much more knowledge in the market. They can make the comparative analysis. They can know that what type of product or services is good, and they can argue with the customer regarding that one to convince the customer that this is the best one or this is the worst one. So this is the way by which that the intermediary is going to help the companies, and intermediaries possess special skill, expertise. So that's why these skills and expertise is helping them to do that one. Now, functions of agents and brokers. The major function of these agents and brokers is like any other intermediaries, to bring the producer of service and the user of the consumer together. So the most important part we will find here that the service providers are plenty, service providers are available, and plenty customers are available, but they are unable to connect with each other. So who is the person responsible for to connect both the party? It is the agent and the brokers. So they are taking a limited amount of money as a commission or their charge, and by doing all kind of negotiations, either they want to reduce the price structure of the companies, or they are increasing the price structure for the customers like that. So they are doing the negotiation for both the customers and the service provider. For certain services, agents can be identified and deployed with selling as the chief function to be performed by them. So agents are doing majority work sometimes also. You will find like B2B services, the company's agents are directly going to interact with the other companies and doing the entire part marketing, and only they are taking the commissions out of that. These agents can be compared with the agents for the goods. They are classified as the brokers or the sales agents. So you will find that the sales agents and brokers cases, what they are going to do, they will connect the party and they will do the negotiations between both the party. They will convince both the customers and the sellers to finalize one of the party. Very often this is happening in the case of travel agents, that if you are booking for a tourist place, so what you are going to do, you are going through the websites, you are finding out it's a combo package, it may be a hotel, flight, and tour site visiting. So all these cases that the price package is given by the different companies or different service organizations are available. So you may contact one of the service agents or organizations, and by this you are getting a particular kind of discounts, or other means that is mostly you can make your package one agent more customized, that as per your requirement or as per your financial status, you can mostly try to customize that kind of services, if that is possible. So functions of agents and brokers: in case of certain services, actual product is not transferable. We know it very well that service cases only the it's a perishable item. The transfer of ownership for a particular duration, like you booked a ticket of movie hall, you booked a ticket in a hotel, if you have booked a ticket in a railway train, or if you are in the flight. This type of channel is used to marketing insurance services. So insurance services cases also that is related to the LIC, life insurance services, or it is related to the vehicle insurance services, general insurance service, health insurance. So all those cases we are going to find that is directly through the brokers or agents you can get back. So people are contacting with that one. Services are generally not delivered to the buyer at the creation of time, place. It is a vital function. So which time and which places the service can be delivered, this is mostly negotiated during that one. The problem of standardization and uniformity restraints. So here it is not somebody can commit that is the standardization I can give, because if it is a people oriented, machine oriented, might be it is a time based also. Sometimes it may consume less time, sometimes it may consume more time, and you may not get the uniformity. Last time what kind of services you got, this time exactly same services you may not got. This lays emphasis on the significance of good selection to attain maximum coverage at the marketplace. So here they want to contact more number of people in the market, so that the contact can be possible and majority coverages can be possible. So here design of a service distribution system: align system properly, how it is going to be distributed, align system properly, that is to make the distribution system work, the dimensions of the services you are going to do. Then remember each part of the sales cycle. So how the sales is it happening? The three stages. Before the sales you are going to educate them what to do that one. During the sales also you are going to educate them how to do that one. Then after sales also you require this particular kind of services. Before the sales, like if I can talk regarding if you are going to purchase aquaguard and other kind of, so what kind of services, the time duration it is consuming, and how to function this one. So before that one, during once this has been installed, how to operate doing that one, this kind of trainings also given. After the sales, that is the problems related to, or any problem will occur, that services being given by these people that will do. Design of a service distribution system: balance retail and wholesale intermediaries. Wholesalers and retailers require distinctive skills. Oh, we know it very well that always the wholesaler and retailers must have the knowledge regarding that particular services. Without that particular knowledge, they cannot inform this one to the customer. So they will try the skills on that. So make wholesale intermediaries effective product manager. So product managers, those who are going to do, they are always educating the wholesalers and retailers regarding how to operate and doing this particular kind of things. Design a service distribution system that keep intermediaries loyal. So it is more important that if intermediaries are loyal, so more number of years they are going to operate, and their positive and trusting relationship with the customers can be possible. Pay the price to do multi-marketing correctly. So right price when you are going to pay for this particular customer service, multiple customer services you are going to get. Control the pace of changes. So flexibility is required in this particular kind of services. So you may change this one. You might make it as a faster. You can make it as a slower, depending on that one, on the basis of your technology. Field of logistics in the services has been recognized in the area where you find that effective distributions can be there in logistics, how you can give the services at the right time. New branch of banks, like same kind of services you may get it in the new branches if it is located, that is logistically you are trying to give that same leave a same amount of time you are going to consume for to get that kind of services. Logistical problems are always also overdosed. Government policies, interventions, how government can able to do that problems being sorted out, the labor problems, other things, services that also they are going to give. Legal services might be. And in securing a logistic is also increasing trend in services sector. Field of logistic is gaining importance in the manufacturing industry. So day by day in the manufacturing, so services being given to the customers by this particular process, different ways they are meant to maintain. And this is all about what we have discussed today. That is the place, that is the distribution system in the services. How distribution system in services is different from the distribution system in the product. And most of the cases we know it very well that the services distribution will be better if it is that directly through the sales, and it will be little bit inferior you may find also that is through the distribution channel. So thank you.